MLB on Real Life Live. Okay, everybody, we were talking yesterday, talking baseball as we start before the regular season here, and we're back. We got to talk about individual teams now as we start, and we talked about the whole National League Central yesterday, as a whole. Now, today, what we want to do, we want to talk about starting individual, the teams that make up the National League Central, and we'll start off with the St. Louis Cardinals. The hat you see on the board there, first one, and we'll just go over a review and we'll talk about them today. Okay. All right, so let's start. All right, we're talking about the St. Louis Cardinals, the team that last year they finished. They had a horrible year, by the way. Uh, Finished 71 and 91, last place, uh, 20 games out. So you know they want to forget last year. The Cardinals do. I understand that. Okay, so we're going to talk about this year though, because we're almost ready to start that. This year we're looking at the this what they call them, Picola. I looked at that, and they're picking them to win like 85 games. I'm thinking they might win like 86, 87, but not that much more than that. Okay, so maybe first place. I expect the Cubs and the Reds to be in the race, as far as the division goes too. So as far as we want to, what we expect, they'll be in the race in the National League Central. Okay, so but how do we get there? Well, we get there with the components of the team, was starting with the pitching. Okay, so all right. Last year they were just really in the bottom of the league as far as pitching. They underperformed the people they counted on. And Wainwright, he was in his last year, and he had a bad year. But it was his last. So and so they had to redo some things, but we're going to talk about what they did. Okay, let's talk about the pitching, and it will start with the three people they got, that they brought in, the three pitchers, Sonny Gray and Lance Lynn and Kyle Gibson. Let's talk about Gray right now. Sonny Gray, great signing, and last year had a great year. Okay, a great bounce back year. Okay, because the year before that, Sonny Gray was not a good pitcher. So hey, they signed him, but he's 35. Okay, so he's up there. So the prime years, I still feel this way athletically, and especially for a pitcher, 27 to about 34, but not 35. That's when you're going downhill. So he might have had a great year last year. We'll see how it goes this year. But he was great last year. Excuse me. The earned run averages was third best in major leagues. The 2.79, and his WAR was 9.0. So that's outstanding. So he had a great year. All right, but this year is a different year. We'll see. Will he duplicate what he did last year? Okay, so check mark though on the Cardinals signing Sonny Gray. Now, downside, Lance Lynn. I wouldn't have signed him. And hey, I saw him last year, and uh, what I saw was a pitcher that was just didn't have anything, and he was serving up home run balls like popcorn. Okay, so let's talk about Lynn. Though 13-11 last year, uh, but the 5.73 earned run average. That was the second worst in Major League Baseball, by the way. Okay, so the Cardinals signed him. I understand that, and the plus 6 with the innings pitch and hits ratio, and he was as far as the WAR is concerned, he was a 0.8 minus 0.8 WAR. So bad numbers all the way around. Wouldn't sign him. Okay, so let's go with now that's Lynn. Let's go with Kyle Gibson now. So but he's 37, just like Lance Lynn, 37 years old. Lynn. So he's on his downside. Here's Kyle Gibson. He's coming in there. Signed. He's 37 years old. All right. So, wow. Both of these guys are on their downside of their careers. But let's talk about Gibson. All right. 4.73 earned run average last year. That was the sixth worst in the majors. Plus 6 with the innings pitched and hits. And 0.9 for the WAR. Okay, so wow, not good, not good. So, and I checked this stats last year. Last September, he kind of pitched good last September. Okay, I'm talking about Gibson, and he gave up, and he gave up like 20 some home runs. But Lance Lynn, he led the league with 44 home runs for regular season. Okay, so these two pitchers that the Cardinals signed, I wouldn't have signed them. I grade them down on that. That's not an improvement. And if we're talking about the pitching, Steven Matz, he's 33, but he didn't finish the season, so he got hurt. And Miles Mixness, sorry about that. But he's 36, and he doesn't fear. Nobody fears him. Okay, he's not a stopper. So this, as far as the starting staff, uh, you got a a slight upgrade on with him, but you cancel that out by saying Lynn and Gibson. And as far as the whole the pitching staff as a whole, I mean, I just don't see that much improvement on that. So I can't say it. I'm looking at hey, the people they got, but yeah, I don't know. No, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna keep it at that. I don't see much as far as the pitching improvement because and the guys, the other guys they signed, just kind of middle of the road guys, So we talked about that. The pitching, not improvement. How about the offense? Or we'll start with the infield. Uh, hey, they need big years from Paul Goldsmith and Nolan Arenado, of course. Last year, Goldie, he had down year, 268 with 25 homers, 80 RBIs. That wasn't near. what he did the year before when he won the MVP. You know, we know what happened on that. Arenado, uh, excuse me, 266, 28 home runs, 90 runs batted in. So he didn't do the 30, 100 thing that he's been doing his whole career. That kind of fell off last year. So he had a down year too. Okay. So they need bounce back years from Goldie and Ornata. Okay. And uh, Tommy Edman, he needs to bounce back too. You know, with the and he's got some speed. And the Cardinals as a whole, though, they don't have a lot of great speed. They some speed, but overrated. Okay, with the speed. Okay, so but as we talk about the infield, Gorman, Nolan Gorman, good power, good RBI production. I liked him. And Mason Wynn, the rookie, he'll get his shot to get to produce, but he might struggle. So I saw him. And as far as Edmund in center field, I don't like that. Get him back. He was his best spot was to me the infield, second base. So they kind of did a lot of things I didn't like last year, and they finished 20 games under some. The infield as a whole has to bounce back and have big years from the people I mentioned. Okay, let's go to the outfield. Boy, they were underproduced. They underperformed with all of them. Carlson, Newbar, you name them. But some of them, they tried to produce. We'll go with let's go with a couple of them. I was looking at Jordan Walker, the rookie that they got in, and he was. But the problem with this team last year, a lot of managerial decisions, poor. Okay, and this is one of them. The way they handled Jordan Walker. Okay, so came in as rookie, tore it up. You see what I'm saying? But they didn't like what they were seeing as far as him swinging, so sent him back out. He came back up, but what they didn't do, they didn't prepare him to be an outfielder, and they stuck him in right field. So I didn't like that. That was terrible. By the way, I saw some plays that he made. Playing a single into a triple and things like that. So he was thrown into the outfield with no real minor league training. Okay, so that's not the Cardinal way. So, Edmund, he's not a center fielder, by the way. But and then we talk about Donovan, Brendan Donovan. He's a good player, but where is he going to play? And they kind of brought another batter. We'll talk about that. But he can hit, and I like the way he hits. He does not give up at bats. I've seen a lot of that. But what are they going to do? They're going to DH him? Now, they got Matt Carpenter. Okay, the Cardinals did, but that's kind of like a popularity move, and it's a whole, whatever. I didn't like it. It's whatever, I think they were trying to appease some things. Okay, so they expect him to turn back the clock, though. I think the Cardinals are like Albert did last year. You see what I'm saying? The boom. He really had a good year coming back to the Cardinals for his final year in baseball, as far as a player. Okay, so they expect maybe Carpenter to do the same thing. I don't know. I don't think so, but we'll see. Okay, so the whole outfield has to step up, and or the offense will struggle again. So that's the outfield summary of them. So I grade them. Hey, you have to prove it. And the bench, not good last year. No spectacular bench guys, So seen them, they in and off. Yepes and a couple of other guys. They got rid of Kistner. He got a hit or two. So hey, as far as we're talking about the Cardinals, as we kind of summer up here, the manager, I don't know if he's going to make it to the All Star game, but we'll see about that. So here's what I say. First place, I said about the big years and by the way, and Wilson Contreras, though he had the best offensive year, despite the criticism that he received. You see what I'm saying? But it was unfair too, by the way. And we talk about the speed of the Cardinals, middle of the road speed, and a big drop though defensively last year. As we look forward to this year, that has to prove too. The bullpen has to improve. Bottom third. Uh, I don't know. Will we see respect for the manager? Okay, they have to respect the manager. We'll see. On the inside, outside they might show it, but it might be an act. Okay, and let's remember, they have a lot. I mean, Yadi Molina. Sorry about that. He's lurking. Okay, so uh, Molina's there, just waiting. I think. And Ali, he might have something looking over his shoulder. Okay, so and I saw the GM his interview earlier this week or so, and he was talking about Lance being Lynn. Well, he can come back. Nah, I don't see that. And I don't see the bullpen improving. And by the way, they got rid of a couple of outstanding young arms, Jordan Hicks and Genesis Cabrera, great young arms. So uh, so I think as we sum it up for the Cardinals in this division, yeah, they're a contender to win this division. So if all goes well with the comeback years, the Cardinals be near or top of the NL Central this year. But can have injuries and need to have a good start for confidence. If not, I can see a lot of changes made by the All-Star break, and that includes the manager. So, all right, that's the Cardinals summing it up on Real Life Live, and we'll be back talking about the Cubs when we get back. All right.